Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Today, we're doing another artist spotlight where I talk about some of my favorite artists and an album, a particular album, usually that influenced me and that I really enjoy. And I just want to share that with you. That's part of my channel, not just my music and lessons and theory, but also discussing music with you, introducing new stuff to you may have never heard before. Because some of the stuff I'm getting older, and some of you younger people probably never heard this stuff before. So today, we're going to talk about the band Oleander, which is a Northern California band. Actually, Sacramento. Yeah, I think they're from Sacramento, California. Post grunge band, and the album was February Sun. Really cool album. It's my favorite album by them. This one was released in 1999, early 99. I was actually living in Colorado, and I used to drive a 65 Corvair. Had a little cassette player in it. Somebody put in no heat in this thing, driving back and forth to work at North Glen, Colorado, just outside of Denver. And I played this thing over and over. Actually, it was a CD player. I had gotten this one. I also got Offspring's Americana at the same time, right around that same time. And I just played these things on repeat over and over. And this was one of my favorite albums during that time. It's a post-grunge album. It gets a lot of comparisons to Nirvana. They have a bit of that feel, but to me, I kind of felt it was a little different. It was a little more cleaner, more melodic at times. The solos were steps above what Kurt could play. I mean, I love Kurt. Phenomenal songwriter, guitar player. But yeah, Rick, what's his name? Ivanisevich from Oleanders' solos were just really cool. And I liked how he would play a solo. And then the second half of the solo would be the very similar melody, but like maybe up an octave or higher up on the neck. So it catches your ear, but phenomenal guitar player. But this band was Thomas Flowers on vocals, Doug Eldridge on bass, and then Fred Nelson Jr. on drums, and Scott DeVores. I don't know how you say it. He took over for this album. But it's a post-grunge-esque kind of album. It's similar to Three Doors Down, Our Lady Peace, that kind of vibe. They're not a real well-known band, but it was their second studio album, but it was their major label debut. It had the Why I'm Here and Walk Alone were their breakout songs. Why I'm Here was the bigger one. I think I actually got my notes here below. Yeah, Dawson Creek's had Why I'm Here on it. That's what made it popular, that TV show Dawson Creek back in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. If you're old enough to remember that, showing my age here. And they also covered The Cure's Boys Don't Cry in this album. Really cool version of that. It's kind of a punk, upbeat version of it. My favorite version of that song. But the whole album is just full of riffs. It's laden with riffs and very riff-driven. One of the downsides the critics kind of gave a crap about was it was too formulaic. It followed a formula, and they stuck to the formula. Clean verses, heavy choruses, riffs throughout the songs, verse, chorus, bridge, solo in the bridge, chorus. It was very formulaic, and it just followed that formula for just about every song on the album. So sometimes people listen to that and they'll find it kind of boring because the diversity is not always there. But to me, this song, there's enough diversity that each one has its own uniqueness, each song. Some of the standout songs on this one for me were, of course, Why I'm Here, which was, they had a really nice intro, and that's the one that gets compared most to Nirvana for Heart-Shaped Box. They're very similar. All these songs are half step down, some are in drop D, so in the way they do the clean intro on it, it's very reminiscent of it, but to me, it doesn't sound the same. But it's kind of a melancholy power ballad, but it's got that aggressive, angry kind of chorus to it. So it was phenomenal. I Walk Alone's another good one on there. That's one of my favorites. Nice clean intro again. It definitely has that late 90s post-grunge feel. Lost Cause, I've got a link. I'll put it in there. I think that's the one I did a cover of. It just, Dave Grohl kind of drumming feel to it. I hate to compare it to Nirvana, but it does have that feel. And from as soon as it starts with that drum beat, it just runs all the way through, and it just is wide open. Shrinking the Blob was another good one. That kind of starts out at two notes, rocking back and forth like a semitone back and forth, kind of a police siren feel, good heavy chorus, just a lot of emotion and angst in that one. You can just hear it in Thomas's vocals. How Could I? That's one of my favorite songs on the album. Um, it almost has like a Slash feel, I think, in the solo. It talks about how he regrets and he blames himself for losing the woman, and he regrets it, and how could he do this to someone he loves? He screwed up. Don't know what it's about, if it's true or not, but it really connects to somebody that's lost someone, or you're going through a tough breakup. Just a really good emotional kind of song. And Boys Don't Cry, of course, that was The Cure. They covered that in a really cool, fun way. And then it ends with, there's some other songs on there like You'll Find Out and Stupid. They're all kind of in Down When I'm Loaded. They're all similar. They all follow that similar formula. And then Never Again ends the album, which is a great ending song. The drum groove is also, once again, kind of a Dave Grohl-esque kind of feel. It's talking about taking ownership of your life, never letting things get you down. They throw a little REO Speedwagon in there in the bridge when it kind of breaks down. You think the song's ending here, that heard it from a friend who, and then you hear it kind of fade and it comes back into the song. They did a little ode to REO Speedwagon in there. But phenomenal solo. And then it kind of winds down and ends quietly and just into the sunset the album goes. But it's, like I said, I've only learned to play, I've played parts of their songs, but only one actual full one of this album. But it's one of my favorite albums, so that's why I wanted to share it with you guys. Like I said, it's February Sun. It's got the green field and the red, I think it was red flowers, and then a robot, like a 1960s kind of robot standing in the field and blue sky. But definitely highly recommend downloading it, check it out, download the whole album. Don't just pick certain songs, do the whole album and listen. It's phenomenal. Like I said, front to back, it's a good, upbeat. You're going on a long drive, put it in, listen to it. I say put it in like a CD, but we don't use CDs anymore. But yeah, one of my favorites. I just wanted to share it with you guys. So that's February Sun by Oleander. Do yourself a favor and check it out. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.